Each year, during the months of July to October, the state rooms, which are where official and state events are held, graciously open their doors to the public. Buckingham Palace is the official residence and administrative headquarters of the British monarch in London. The palace has a long and fascinating history dating back to the 17th century. Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms, 19 staterooms, 52 royal and guest bedrooms, 188 staff bedrooms, 78 bathrooms and 92 offices. This is the quadrangle. It was initially constructed in the 19th century as part of a comprehensive renovation and expansion of Buckingham Palace by the British royal family to create a grand and luxurious space for state occasions and royal receptions. On arrival at the grand entrance, the Australian state coach is displayed. Visitors get an insight into what it would feel like to come up to the front door and step onto the red carpet as an invited guest to Buckingham Palace themselves. You first enter the grand entrance. This is the place where you will enter Buckingham Palace as an official guest. You then continue the tour by ascending the grand staircase. At the top of the stairs is the foyer, with portraits of former monarchs of the country. From the foyer, you enter the Green Drawing Room. This magnificent room is the first of the palace's state rooms, designed by John Nash for George IV. Nearly 16 metres long, 12 metres wide and 10 metres high, the style is theatrical. The Green Drawing Room owes its name from the green and gold silk damask installed on the walls. The room has elaborate plaster ceilings and ornate gold detail. Inside the room you will notice the lavish paintings. Ornate furniture and the decorative antiques. 4 cut glass chandeliers, evenly spaced, hang down from the ceiling. The Green Drawing Room serves primarily as a waiting area before meeting the monarch. The next door leads into the throne room. The throne room is perhaps the most iconic of the staterooms, used for court ceremonies and official portraits. The throne room's dramatic arch and canopy over the thrones was the masterpiece of the architect John Nash and was greatly influenced by his background in theatre set designs. Above the 2 chairs of estate, which were originally made for Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in 1953 and were refurbished for Kings Charles III and Queen Camilla for their coronation in 2023, and embroidered with the ciphers of the new King and Queen. The monogram combines his initials C and R for Rex, which means king in Latin, plus 3 for the 3rd King Charles. You then enter the peach-coloured picture gallery walkway. The 47-metre picture gallery room was designed as a setting for the King's picture collection. The paintings in the picture gallery are changed regularly, as the King lends many works of art to exhibitions around the UK and overseas. Currently you can see the Italian, Dutch and Flemish works, mainly from the 17th century, grouped by subject and artistic nationality. Among the artists represented are Titian, Rembrandt, Canaletto, Rubens, Van Dyck, and Claude. Leaving this room, you will then enter the East Gallery. Here, another smaller collection of royal artwork is displayed. From here, you will move on to the ball supper room. Traditionally, this is where the king will dine intimately with other members of his family. But once you exit the ball supper room, you'll enter the largest and grandest room here at Buckingham Palace. This is the ballroom. Traditionally built as a ballroom for dancing and parties, it's now more used to entertain dignitaries from around the world. If the king is holding a royal banquet, it will usually be hosted in this room. It takes a whole army of people to prepare this place for a state banquet. At the end of the room, you can see 2 chairs and a lectern. This is the place where investitures happen. Next, you will come to the state dining room. The ceiling includes areas of gilded paper mache. The picture frames contain a series of portraits from George I to George IV. The walls of the room were originally a warm stone colour, which was first replaced with crimson damask around 1965. The striking Apollo mantel clock from the early 1800s was purchased by George IV. This unique clock depicts Apollo in his chariot riding over the Ark of Heaven. The clock also incorporates a secret dial nestled within the chariot wheel. Flanking that clock is a pair of wonderful candelabra by Francois Famer in 1783. On the other mantelpiece is a clock made by Vulliamy in 1811, the Derby biscuit porcelain figures of time and astronomy gathered around a broken marble column. From here we enter the blue drawing room, which was designed by the architect John Nash for George IV. It was originally used for entertaining before the ballroom was added to the palace in the 1850s. Today, the king uses this room for receptions. The music room is used for royal functions and as a venue for intimate concerts. It was originally used for entertaining before the ballroom was added to the palace in the 1850s. There's a grand piano on display right in the middle of the room. The room is distinguished by its beautifully painted ceiling and ornate decorations and has also been the site of several royal christenings, adding to its historical importance. But if you're meeting the king one-on-one, face-to-face in private, this will happen here in the white drawing room. This famous room, decked out in white and gold, is the spot where the king will generally meet with very important people, such as the presidents and monarchs of other countries. The room has Queen Victoria's gold piano and other priceless antiques. It's an amazing room to see. King George IV's roll-top desk, made possibly for a member of the French royal family and almost certainly by the French furniture maker Jean-Henri Reisner in around 1775, so perhaps a decade before the French Revolution. It has been here in the white drawing room for at least a century. It's one of the greatest treasures of the room and something that visitors enjoy seeing. But behind this unamusing bureau lies the King's secret personal entrance. From his apartment, he can access this room from behind the mirror here. Leaving the white drawing room, we walk through the ante-room before going down the minister steps and back to the ground floor. Now we enter the marble hall, which is a grand space featuring marble pillars, floors and pediments designed to showcase marble sculptures. A notable sculpture in the marble hall is Mars and Venus by Antonio Canova, symbolising Britain's victory in the Napoleonic Wars. The marble hall leads to the bow room, the last room in Buckingham Palace. Traditionally, this was used as an indoor meeting place if you're attending any function at Buckingham Palace, particularly the royal garden parties. This is now the end of the stateroom tour. Is there anything more quintessentially British than enjoying afternoon tea at Buckingham Palace? The chefs and bakers are the same ones who supply the palace itself, so the food is grand. Visitors can choose a variety of delicious savouries, sandwiches and elegant sweets and cakes, served with your choice of loose leaf tea or coffee at the Garden Café. The Royal Garden. The Buckingham Palace Garden is an extraordinary example of walled oasis in the middle of London. It covers about 16 hectares and boasts a rich diversity of plants, animals, and historical features. The garden is best known as the setting for royal garden parties. The garden can be explored as part of the summer opening of the palace. I hope you've enjoyed our stateroom tour of Buckingham Palace. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.